There you go. So to make your own decision about what is it that you like to do, want to see done, or moving those tropes, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. You want to make sure you're getting a bang for your buck. And to get that bang for your buck, it's going to cost you a buck. It's going to cost you a lot. Now, everybody jumps on Kamala Harris, right? Talking about how terrible she is. And she's bad. She's absolutely terrible. Now, with that being said, they act like Donald Trump, in the same breath, is the savior. Or the provider of light and the answer to this Kamala Harris situation. Which he is not. And it's weird to me that how everybody they see everything Kamala Harris does, but don't see anything Donald Trump has said and have done. They don't see it. But what did I tell you about this whole thing? Liberals are delusional. Conservatives are in denial. This is what I've always told y'all. Conservative people or Republicans, they act like they don't see what's happening. They'd be like, he just killed him right in front of you. You're still talking about that? It's like, it just happened 5 minutes ago. The body's still laying there. Oh, okay, I see what you do. You one of those guys that likes to start trouble. It's like, look, the Republican Center just shot him right there. He still got the gun blazing in his hands. He's standing right next to you. He's standing right over the body. Listen, was you here when that shot went off? No. But yet, here you are, making up conclusions. See, there you go. You see? But we know what time it is. Okay, you stay with your version. You keep your truth, okay? Right, you go ahead. But what about the Democrats? What about Ted Kennedy? What about all these things that happened? What about Bill Clinton? It's going to be like, look, Bill didn't just do this. I'm looking right at it. There you go, changing the channels. But okay, I get your game. Totally in denial. All the Republicans. Liberals, they're delusional. They believe with one swing of a wand, everything's gonna get fixed and it's gonna go right back to 1986. We're gonna fix things because we're gonna get rid of Trump, yay! And then all the crime is gone, all the hate is gone, and we can start living better lives. We can hold hands and walk down the streets, and things are gonna get much better. We just gotta get Trump out of the way. Delusional. You see, this is why I couldn't support either party, because neither party is strong enough. Trump has no plan. If you know Trump, this is a man that wants to be president just to be president. That's it. He wants control. He's a kid who wants to sit in the big boy chair. And he's spoiled because everything he wanted, his mommy and daddy gave to him. Trump has no plans. All of the plans that he had when he was in White House before, for all the people keep talking about, man, we blacks ain't getting nothing out of Kamala. What did you get with Trump? He was president for 4 years. And you were complaining about how he didn't do anything for the blacks. And that's why you voted for Biden, remember? They ran off of that premise that Trump didn't do nothing for y'all. You remember that? That's when y'all voted for Joe. Y'all left that, said, forget that Trump stuff, man. Oh, he didn't do nothing for us. So, here he is again for a second time around. And now, Kamala is so bad that Trump don't do something for y'all this time. He just told you what he gonna do for you. He slipped up and said it. Yeah, we're gonna give you, all the black jobs. Black jobs, what all the immigrants got right now. Damn. So those are the jobs he got for you. So you're gonna be out there picking up weeds. 120 degrees temperature, picking weeds and working the cotton fields, picking strawberries. Woo! Taking it back to the 1600s, right? Get ready for them black jobs. He told y'all. And you know what? You know what y'all black Republicans said? Nothing. Y'all act like it didn't happen. Total denial. Total deniability. Didn't speak on it. Didn't bring it up. Didn't talk about it. Kept going on with Kamala. As if she's the only one running for office. Her policies are a delusion because it's unachievable. Her policies is to basically harm the food and industry, right? And bring in artificial foods from manufacturers from California who are boosters to the Democratic Party. So this type of dangerous behavior is not going to fix an economy. It's actually going to hurt. She was terrible in San Francisco and Oakland area. Terrible. They didn't even like her. Put a wrong man on death row. Or put a wrong man in prison. And then tried to submerge the evidence that could free him. All because she didn't want to ruin her record. That's good old Kamala. Oh, she's already won this thing. So, it's going to be a close race. But Trump's done enough damage to where he can't win it. He thought the shooting himself in the ear was going to work. Like I said, he better shoot himself in the other ear. Try that one. Gimmicks ain't going to get it done. Democrats know how to put on a party. Republicans know how to put you to sleep. They bore you. And they don't make you feel inclusive. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what they talked about, right? when it's really diversity, inclusion, and equity. And when you're gonna get that? When you break down those initials, D-I-E. You're gonna get that when you die. So her die campaign that she's running off of, it's gonna be a horrible next 4 years. Economically, no matter who was in that office. Deals will be made that are unfavorable to us. As other countries get bigger, we will continue to get weaker. People are going to get paid under the table, as they've been doing. While we're still trying to figure it out. Where have we seen that movie before? Seen that show before? Our job is to sit here and figure it out while everybody else get paid. Everybody else get free money. They get billions. But they tell us to pull ourselves up from our bootstraps. But meanwhile, you putting out 26 billion, 16 billion, 18 billion to your Indian friends. Not your so-called black friends that you are now, Kamala. So, Donald Trump, where's your plan? You was 4 years in office and didn't have a plan in place. 4 years you was in there. Where was your plan? What did you implement? Nothing. Every plan that you had, when you kept electing people, you were firing the people that you told us was the greatest people in the world. And you kept firing them. Like you was just running The Apprentice all over again. Then what did you do? What did you do on top of that? Do you want to tell the people what it is that you decided to do? You decided no health plan. We're going to cut taxes from our good old friends here, cut government plans that we had in place, kill bipartisan's plans, run off the same policies that was already in place before you got there that you claimed you hated. What you called Obamacare is now the Affordable Health Act. Now you want to call it the Affordable Health Act and don't want to call it the Obama plan no more when it's successful. Same thing Barack said, right? They don't call it the Obama plan no more. Now that the same plan, the Affordable Care Act, is now successful, you see they didn't get rid of it. Thought he was going to get rid of the Obama plan. Remember, he was going to build the wall. He was keeping the immigrants out, the illegals out. Where? When? The stats didn't show that. So, he wanted to pretend to build the wall while funneling money for this so-called wall, making up fake proposals so money can get spent in a budget for the wall and just say, hey, this is for the wall. He's donating money to the wall. Meanwhile, Trump's getting money hand over fist. Money in the hand, babe. If they ask any questions, oh, he's just donating to the wall. Oldest trick in the book. You know, Nixon got impeached for stuff like this. But all of these things that we discussed were facts, not our personal feelings. These are all facts. Now you gotta ask yourself the question, why would you omit this information that you know and not include it for both parties? If Kamala is so bad and awful, what is Trump? I didn't ask you to vote for Kamala Harris. When did I say vote for Kamala Harris? When did I say vote for Trump? You see how people can't process information? You see that? They can't process information. I've sat here and told you everything about both sides of the party. Not supporting a single one. Not putting anything personally into it whatsoever. Both, to me, are unpresidentially fit to be in office. What Obama did, well, Healthcare Act, you have more people getting free schooling. You had a bipartisan deal in place. We had money protecting our research team to keep biohazardous diseases away from us. He fixed an economy that was down. The government had closed. We had the greatest housing collapse in the history of this nation. He fixed that. The gas prices was at $4.80 when he took office. He got that reduced back down to $2. So I said, hey, we were happy. And if somebody was to do that right now, you'd be saying they were the greatest president of all time. He took it, this country is at its worst point it has ever been in this nation's history. People are buying houses again. But I'm not worried about what he did in 08 because his terms is over. He had 8 years and he did what he had to do. Now the biggest thing is fracking. Fracking is basically drilling. Like you're drilling for oil, you're drilling for all of these different things and putting holes in the ground. And the Democrats are strongly against fracking. Republicans, they're for it. Without fracking, A lot of companies have closed their doors, and American companies that make like spiral rings for like all of these different companies that need to get replacement hoses and things and valves. And when you start making valves and locks on valves and all that, and oil rigs and digging rigs and drill, when you don't have a lot of drilling and construction projects, those companies started to close down because they needed that Republican funding for fracking to keep the doors open. So a lot of those people are voting Yep. Neither one is. The options for either does not make any sense. I've grown tired of trying to deal with all of these different claims and differences of opinion of what somebody wants and what they don't want. Everybody has to think this is a collective decision. But whoever you vote for is who you think is your fit. I'm not here to persuade your vote either which way, because I'm saying both parties are completely horrible. Nothing is going to benefit you. None of the deals that are put in place is going to basically work in your favor. No matter who wins. Trump isn't going to do anything for you. Neither is Kamala Harris. That's the stark reality that you're faced with. Now, if you really want change, and you really want things to start to turn around, and you want to get attention, then you're going to have to get involved. You're going to have to be in a group. You're going to have to build your group. And it starts within your community. Nobody said you got to be Dr. King, but collectively as a group, you have power. Individually, you can't do anything. How effective is Dr. King without the people that marched with him? If he couldn't persuade those people to come down there and march with him, how effective is he? How effective is Malcolm X if the people didn't come out and support him? Marcus Garvey, all these people. They were all the groups, wasn't individuals. So as a group, you have a powerful voice. You can control minds to go in the direction that they see fit. And when the politicians start checking for you, hey, now you've made your mark. Oh yeah, bringing the illegals over so they can get people to vote to make sure that they win in these certain states. Now, if the Democrats bringing these illegals over, making them legal, turning them into migrants, and leaving them all over the country, but not doing anything for the community, that speaks volume. But they don't care because they look at them as votes. But Barack spoke and Michelle spoke, and that's all people cared about. They didn't even touch the conversation of immigrants. They don't want to ruin the party. They won't even use the word abortion. Didn't I tell you the word they were going to use? Reproductive freedom. And everybody who came up on the podium spoke the same word. Reproductive freedom. Reproductive freedom. Reproductive freedom. Just like a robot. Because abortion is such a bad word. But reproductive freedom sounds better. Oh man, politics is something else, boy. I sat here on this video and told you before the DNC started, I said, watch. They're gonna say reproductive freedom all through the DNC. And did they not do it? Everybody who spoke brought up reproductive freedom. Mm-hmm. Oh, I give Trump the same energy. You're right, and that's what I do. I give that guy the same energy. He has no plan in place. I told you, he's the boy king. He's like a spoiled child who wants to be in office just to be in office. That's it. He's gonna make sure his friends are okay. And you ain't one of his friends, so you ain't gonna be okay. Hell, Trump would be more up my alley than any of y'all. But once again, he's gonna tax the hell out of the middle class. Put middle class back into the poverty lane. Right, life is a monopoly board. Monopoly told you the game of life. Social status based on financial basis. You look at Baltic Ave, that's the hood. That's the projects. The Queensbridge housing. Them the Bowen homes. That's the Robert Taylors. You Baltic Ave. Right? You in the hood, but you got you a little house in the hood. You know, you ain't staying in the building. That's Ontario. You in Ontario. You're in the suburbs of the hood. Still dangerous. Still in the hood. But you're in Ontario. Now, you get a little bit more class. You in the Markham or whatever. You get you a house. Basically middle class. St. Charles Place. All that. We got the upper middle class house. You get near New York and Tennessee. St. James Place. Now you into like the $500,000, $600,000 homes, and you're in like the middle class when you're in Illinois, Indiana, that area. Now, when you start getting to Atlantic, now you're going up to where you're in the upper middle class, really close to upper class. When you get to Atlantic, you still got 1 foot into the other zone, but you're making about 300, 400K a year collectively in your household earnings and income before taxes. Then you run into another dynamic, and this dynamic is better than the last, but this dynamic is also warped. You go to the other side, which is all upper class. Pennsylvania Avenue, all the way down to Boardwalk, which is Hollywood. Okay? Now, if you notice, ain't a lot of properties on that upper middle class. You either Pennsylvania Avenue, which means I'm in Hollywood, but I'm not staying next to Tom Cruise. Boardwalk and Park Place, well, that's where Tom Cruise and them live. That's where Steven Spielberg and them live, and Bill Gates. And there ain't a lot of properties on that side. Ain't a lot of neighbors. See, Pennsylvania, you dealing with neighbors. Park Place and Boardwalk, you're dealing with estates. Dealing with a lot of estate planning. So again, I always say ask yourself, what side of the plans do you want to be on? Pick a side, and pick a side that's beneficial, that you think is going to be best for you. Who's going to be best for you? That's what you do. If you think neither, then don't vote. If you don't think neither one's going to do anything for you, why vote for the President of the United States of America? That'll just be wasting a vote. I mean, wasting your time, really. You helping elect somebody who you don't want in the office. Now, they got other votes in there that matter. Like, you get to learn about the judges in your community. Like, some of these judges who are corrupt, you want to get them out, vote them out. See, that's the part of the elections you guys got to get involved in. It ain't just the president that's running for office. Whole lot of people on them ballots that they hope you don't pay attention to. But you need to be paying attention. Look at these conviction rates. Look how many black folks they locking up. See, that's what they want you to be asleep on. You need to pay attention to that part of it. Start voting these people. It's gonna be, oh, so you just lock up black folks, huh? Yep. Vote them out. By the power of black folks, you up out of here. Yes, sir. So shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life, Ticket TV. Welcome to HDI TV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Oh, and I'm out the door. You know, well, you know now.